Assalamualaikum and good day to all. Uh, we will discuss about IMR652 Management of Business Records, presented by me, Abdul Rahman Muhammad Sharif, and my colleague, Azhar. We will discuss about Chapter 2, Record as a Strategic Business Resources. Introduction. Strategy resources are resources that are essential for the success of a business organization and to provide an understanding of the past, present, and future. Bring knowledge and intelligence here on discussion making and operation and drive policy formulation and implementation. There are two elements in record as a strategic business resource, which are strategies and impact. The strategies are business system analysis, management record according to the regulatory requirements, and training for records management professionals. The impacts is towards economically support better management and ensure accountability. The first strategy, business system analysis or BSA, is the analytical framework that involves the analyzing of an organization as a system. The development of business activities analysis involves identifying, defining, and examining in details the component or parts of the business system or organization. It also provides the core foundation for the development of record keeping. There are 6 major knowledge areas in business analysis. Number 1, enterprise analysis, requirement planning and management, requirement elicitation, requirement analysis and documentation, requirement communication, solution assessment and validation. Enterprise analysis focuses on understanding the needs of the business as a whole, its strategic direction, and identifying initiatives that will allow a business to meet those strategic goals. Requirement planning and management involve planning the requirements development process, determining which requirements are the highest priority for implementation and managing change. Requirement elicitation, technique for collecting requirements from stakeholders in a project. Requirement analysis and documentation, describe on how to develop and specify requirements in detail to allow them to be successfully implemented by a project team. Requirement communication, technique for ensuring that stakeholders have a shared understanding of the requirement and how they will be implemented. Solution assessment and validation, describe how the business analyst can verify the correctness of a proposed solution and how to assess possible shortcomings in the implementation. Second strategy is manage record according to the regulatory requirement. This will help organizations stay within the policies and procedures of the country they are operating in regarding the retention of information. It involves international and national level. There are 4 regulatory requirements needed. Number 1, mandatory standards, code of conduct, code of practice, and law of regulation. For national level, in Malaysia, the Malaysian government, especially National Archive of Malaysia and Malaysian Administrative Modernization and Management Planning Unit or MAMPU, had legislated various regulations, procedures, and guidelines to formulate a comprehensive records management program such as National Archive Act 2003, Official Secret Act 1972, Amendment 1986, Guideline on Managing Electronic Record in Unstructured, Structured and Web Environments, and Guideline on the Management and Preservation of Electronic Mail. For international level, the international standard ISO 15489 provide guidance to ensure that adequate record in all formats and media are captured and managed adequately throughout their lifespan, and it is the primary goods practice and reference model that guide the implementation of record management programs worldwide. It is intended for use by managers of organizations, records, information and technology management professionals, and all other personnel in organization. This regulatory requirement will lead to authenticity, reliability, usability, and integrity of the record as a strategic business records. Strategic business resources. A record is authentic if it can be verified that it is now exactly as it when first transmitted or set aside for retention. To ensure the authenticity of records, organizations should implement and document policies and procedures which control the creation, receipt, transmission, maintenance, and disposition of records to ensure that records created are authorized and identified, and that records are protected against unauthorized addition, deletion, alteration, use, and control. For example, a letter received in an office may be dated, stamped, registered, and placed on a file. The file containing the letter is tracked throughout its use and stored when not in use in a record office. Reliable record is one whose content can be trusted as a full and accurate representation of transaction, activities, or facts to which they indicates and can be depended upon it in the course of subsequent transactions or activities. For the record system, the reliability of the system should be recommended by creating and maintaining records of system operation. The usable records is one that can be located, retrieved, presented, and interpreted. It should be capable of subsequent presentation as directly connected to the business activity or transaction that produced it. The contextual linkage of record should carry the information needed for an understanding of the transaction that created the use and used them. It is also should be possible to identify a record within the context of broader business activities and functions. The link between records document the link between records that document a sequence of activities should be maintained. The integrity of a record refers to its being complete and unaltered. It is necessary that the record be protected against unauthorized alteration. Record management policies and procedures specify what annotation may be made to a record after it is created, to what circumstance additions and annotation may be authorized, and who is authorized to make them. Any authorized annotation, addition, or deletion to a record should be explicitly indicated and traceable.
The last strategy is training for records management professional. There are three main categories for the strategy. The first strategy is management and maintaining of records. The training covers of storing, arranging, indexing, and classifying records, facilitating the development of filing systems and retention and disposal schedule, and maintaining this to meet administrative, legal, and financial requirements. Overseeing the management of electronic and paper-based information. Setting up, maintaining, reviewing, and documenting record system. Identifying the most appropriate records management resources. Preserving corporate memory and heritage. Managing the changeover from paper to electronic records management system. Second is staffing and management of organization. It covers training to providing a policy framework for how people are expected to manage their records and use the system in place. Standardizing information resources throughout an organization or group of organizations. Enabling appropriate access to information, managing and monitoring budgets and resources, collating and writing reports, and training and supervising record staff. The third is records expert consultation. Advising on record storage and records media, advising on implementing new records management policies and classification system, ensuring that relevant legislative and compliance requirements are met. Giving advice on issues related to legislation, and lastly is advising staff in other departments on the management of the records and information. Next, there are three economically impact for records as a strategic business resources, which are: first is reducing the operating costs. An organized filing system will help to save costs of handling, such as the cost for filing equipment, space in the office, and staff to maintain an organized filing system, especially when it involves with misfiling. Second is enhanced reduction of time required. A well-designed and operated filing system with an effective index can facilitate retrieval and delivery of information to users as fast as they need it. Apart from that, a good records management program will eliminate overlapping of functions and duplicate of works. The third is control the creation and growth of record. An effective records management program addresses both control and creation that limits and reduces the existence of non-essential records that is not required to operate a business, and a record retention, which is a system for destroying useless record or retiring inactive record, thus stabilizing the growth of records in all formats. Next, another impact is to ensure accountability of records keeping. The foundation for accountability is based on records. Recorded documentation is essential in managing organization. The organization has to be accountable for the action, and to prove the accountability, administrators require access to record. All organizations need to keep record of business decision and transaction to meet the demands of corporate accountability and to service their own information needs. A record is evidence of an activity or decision and demonstrates accountability. Poor record keeping will contribute to failure to meet accountability and other organizational requirements. Lastly, failure to have an accountability records keeping will cause non-compliance with existing law in force. Lack of evidence that an organization did something under contract or according regulation. Inability to find mission critical information. Loss of proof of ownership, right, and obligations. Lack of documentation of who knew what and when. And last but not least is the impact on support better management. Managing resources effectively. Resources such as human, knowledge, accommodation, equipment, financial, and payroll are essential to the success of recognizing records as a strategic resource. Therefore, organization can manage the resources effectively and efficiently if the systematic records management program is applied in the organization. Second, developing strategic plan. Managing records effectively based on the systematic records management program will help the managers to identify an organization mission, aims, and objective, determine its needs, capabilities, and resources, and then develop strategies to achieve these goals successfully. Third, minimize legislation risks. Managing records effectively will reduce the risk associated with litigation and potential penalties. A systematically records management program can reduce the liabilities associated with document disposal by providing for the systematic and routine disposal in the normal course of business. Lastly, effective decision making. A records management program can help ensure that managers and executives have the information they require easily. It also avoids the loss of control of records. Therefore, managers and executives can keep track of the firm's progression and can make a decision effectively. That's all from us. Thanks you for watching.